pictures of President Obama when he was young, and with his mother at the airport, with his grandparents on the bench, and many other pictures. Those pictures are all Photoshopped, Jonathan. All of those pictures are Photoshopped. That entire history of President Obama, in this young life, and with Grandma and Grandpa and Mom and everybody else, they're not true. They're not real. And great analysts, people with real skill sets, have looked at those pictures and concluded that the majority of the pictures were presented about Obama's young life are absolutely false. That's an important point. Why would you have to falsify that kind of imagery or information? Because they're trying to present a story, a myth, and to get you to go along with it. It's not even just about believing it. They're giving you reasons for believing the rest of what they've said. Obama's mother was an operative, an asset in the control of, working for CIA. Obama's grandparents were active participants in CIA and FBI covert intelligence gathering operations and in protecting intelligence assets such as the Marcoses, monitoring Frank Marshall Davis. The daughter, President Obama's mother, was as a teenager, as a pre-adult, a young woman, 16 to 17 years old, modeling in Frank Marshall Davis's sex magazine, trying to go head-to-head with Hugh Hefner and Playboy, seeing people funding him, but far less successful. And his wasn't the flashy but rather mundane topless photos of Playboy and a little bit risque. His were far more dark, sexual, masochistic scenes and domination scenes. Yet Obama's mother, as a young teen, was doing things that we're talking about now with the young girls that were tied to Jeffrey Epstein. And again, who was running Jeffrey Epstein? That was an intelligence operative working for multiple intelligence agencies, not just the CIA, not just Mossad, but MI6 also. This was a joint venture in order to create honeypots, in order to manipulate and control people. And by bringing people like Prince Andrew into the equation, it's not so much to control Prince Andrew, not at all. It was about him bringing other people with him and making them feel that since he's doing it, they can do it also without a problem. And then they're trapped. And then they've got these pictures. He was in on this as part of the honey trap operation. So when we go to these images of Obama as a youth, they're presenting you with a narrative that was concocted, that was created by people in the intelligence arena in order to fool the American people. Those images weren't created, doctored, manufactured back in the 60s. Those images were created in the late 70s, early 80s. That's when the people decided to use Obama, both to get him into the senatorship and then, having been successful to that point, throwing caution to the wind and running him all the way to the presidency. He was a tool, somebody's creation for their intelligence and manipulating operation to further this New World Order agenda or theme that their quest, their goal. And of course, what was really going on? He's a creation of Brennan. Brennan was creating these false histories. That was his job over at CIA. That's why he was rewarded, both with being put in charge as station chief in Saudi Arabia, and later as director of CIA. He could protect Obama's true history, protect the lies, the illusion, while Obama himself was just a sock puppet being used by people behind the scenes, these high priests of the New World Order, to complete the task ahead for them, to have planetary control for Lucifer, Satan, devil himself. These are Satan worshipers. These are very evil people. How evil do they have to be to glibly, lightly take young children, male and female, and prostitute them, like has been done with the Jeffrey Epstein thing? He was an operative of intelligence agencies, not just CIA, not just MI6, but Mossad also. Once you kind of understand that these people themselves are being used in this bigger global operation, is it restricted to them? Of course not. Hollywood itself is filled with people who their parentage, their lineage, is not who you think it is, not what it's presented to be, who are from very influential families, very wealthy families, where these bloodlines are handing down the pivotal influence positions in the international theater to their offspring, people who've made pacts with the devil. And in fact, it's become a threshold thing for people to have success in Hollywood. Have they made their pact with the devil? We have not just a few, not just tens, but hundreds of people in the entertainment industry, in the news media industry, who have even been open, where they're on tape, they're on video, acknowledging that they made a pact with the devil, that they had to make a pact with the devil for success. Dylan saying he's keeping up his end of the bargain, and doing what he's promised to do for success, for notoriety, for fame, selling their soul to Satan himself for eternity.
He was nobody, and all of a sudden he's the president. So there had to be some kind of somebody or something that set him up for that. And I think Hillary Clinton is part of that.